Hi, I'm Mark. This is my May review for Leo Sun sign and Leo rising. This month we have 3 planets turning retrograde. We have our first eclipse of the year, and we have a few challenging aspects that we need to overcome. So let's have a look. On the first, Pluto is our first planet to go retrograde. Pluto goes retrograde in your 6th house. Now, when a planet is retrograde, we can still work with it, it's just that they turn inward, so they're a bit more difficult to grasp, but you can still work with it. And the lesson of Pluto retrograde in the 6th house is one of service. It's to give service to others without any ask for reward, just for the sake of giving service. The other thing you need to look at is health. You need to develop good health regimes and exercise regimes and good working practices in general. That's how you can work with Pluto retrograde in the 6th house. Also on the 1st, the Sun comes together with the Black Moon Lilith in your 10th house. These two are like twins. Venus is like the bright light and the happy twin. The Black Moon Lilith is like the dark side and the naughty twin. Right, these two in the 10th house means opportunities can be coming your way. People can come into your life that can forward your career or your chosen path. On the 2nd, we have what some astrologers would call a very difficult and unlucky aspect. But it's not. It's just an aspect that will bring up issues that you need to deal with, and they are hard sometimes to resolve and hard to face up to. This aspect is the Sun square Saturn. Now the Sun is in your 10th house of career and destiny, and Saturn's in the 7th house. So there could be issues coming up between authority figures at work or on your chosen path that you need to deal with. Issues may highlight weaknesses that you need to work on. Also, Neptune makes 2 aspects on that day, one to Venus, one to the Black Moon Lilith. So there's a chance that you may want to duck away from issues. That's not how we need to deal with it though. Neptune may want you to go and do something else, have some fun, doing something creative, artistic, and avoid those issues, but you need to face them and you need to work on your weaknesses. On the 3rd, there's a positive aspect between Mercury and Jupiter, but both these planets are in the last throes of their signs at 29 degrees, which means they're very much weakened, so you'll be hard pushed to get much out of this aspect. On the 4th, Mercury moves into Gemini and your 11th house, and the Sun and Venus will follow shortly, so the emphasis this month will change from the 10th to the 11th. On the 6th, there's 2 interesting aspects. One is between Venus and Pluto, which will intensify your emotions. And the other one is between the Sun and Cupido, the asteroid. They come together in your 10th house, and Cupido is Cupid. So it may look to be having an arrow shot at you, so to speak. You may be magically drawn to someone. This could revolve around your destined path or in your career area. On the 8th, Venus makes the same square aspect to Jupiter that Mercury did, and again they're both late in their sign, so they're not going to be very energetic. They're going to have lost their power and strength, so you'll be hard to get pressed to get anything out of this aspect. So if you do, it's a good time to overindulge yourself and treat yourself. On the 9th, Venus moves into Gemini in your 11th house and joins Mercury there, and on the 10th, Mars makes a difficult aspect. It's not a difficult aspect, it's just that Mars is positioned in the 12th house. Mars makes a sextile to Uranus, but Mars being in the 12th house, you'll probably feel restless and bored and you won't know why. It's hard to put a finger on things. Mars also makes a square to Chiron, so you won't be very assertive and you'll probably be lacking a bit of the normal get up and go energy. There's another good aspect on that day though. Mercury makes a conjunction in that 11th house to the North Node. This is a good time to strategize, to plan your way forward. This is your path forward, the North Node. And the 11th house is about setting goals. So align yourself with new goals and plan for the future. With Mercury conjuncting the North Node in your 11th house, it's also about listening to others. It's about networking, finding out things that other people can help you with and tell you. You can gain valuable information that's going to help you set your goals and go forward. And this all ties in nicely with the new moon on the 11th. This is in your 10th house. So this again will involve career or your public standing or your chosen path. And there'll be a lot of emphasis around this for a few days. The new moon means that you'll be able to set new goals in these areas. You'll be able to look at where you are. You'll be able to start using your confidence to take you forward. And it's about self-mastery as well, learning to be more self-reliant. Now, the new moon is in Taurus, so this is more practical and hands-on. It's good to get out in the open, in nature. Align yourself with Mother Earth so that you can feel and make a connection with her. On the 12th, the Sun makes a positive aspect to Neptune. The Sun's in your 10th house, Neptune's in the 8th house, so your perception will be increased. So if you're working, you'll be able to read people a lot better, be able to understand them, you'll feel a bit more compassionate towards them, your intuition will be greater, and you can apply the spiritual side to your daily work. Then on the 14th, Jupiter joins Neptune in Pisces. So again, this is good for anything on the spiritual side, learning about metaphysical things and applying those teachings to your daily life. Then on the 16th, the Sun makes a positive aspect to Pluto. Now Pluto's in the 6th house, so this is a time to get organised at work. This is a time to check your routines and really make some changes. If anything's not working right, then it needs to be changed now. Anything, it could be your daily work, it could be your health regime, it could be your exercise routines. Anything that's not working and needs changing, it's the time to do it now. Between the 17th and the 19th, Venus makes 3 positive aspects. The first is a conjunction to the North Node. Now, Venus conjunct the North Node in the 11th house means that you can attract friends or colleagues to you now that can be very useful, very helpful in the future, can help you on your path forward. They'll also help you to set your goals and realign yourself. The second aspect is between Venus and Chiron. Now, Chiron's in the 9th house, so this is about higher learning. What you learn now could stand you in good stead, and it could probably be of a spiritual, philosophical nature. Then the third aspect is to Saturn. Now this is good because it's a positive aspect and it will allow you to talk, discuss, communicate and negotiate with people very easily and to your own advantage. On the 21st, the Sun moves into Gemini in your 11th house, immediately makes a square to Jupiter. Jupiter's just moved into Pisces in your 8th house, so this is high energy. They're both at 0 degrees, so this is they're at maximum strength at this point in time, and they're both in mutable signs, so the energy will flow so well. Now the Sun in your 11th house means you can achieve a lot, but you'll achieve more through either friends or through groups or colleagues. Also we have on the 23rd Saturn going retrograde. Now Saturn retrograde in the 7th, the energy that you need to work with is to form a strong, firm foundation in partnerships. And this could be relationships or it could be business partnerships. This is an ideal time to form that sort of bond and really put a lot of work and effort into it and make it work. The only word of warning around this time is when Mercury makes a square to Neptune on the 21st, communication might be difficult. The Sun is in Gemini, so it's a good time to communicate, but with Neptune sometimes there's a fog around things, so if there's anything uncertain, don't make a firm decision, just put it off until Mercury's past that aspect. On the 25th we have Neptune and Pallas Athena coming together in a conjunction in your 8th house. Now this is fantastic, and this lasts till the 4th of June, so there's plenty of time to work with this energy. We have the strategy, planning, wisdom of Pallas and the creativity, the artistic and imaginative side of Neptune, and these two coming together is great. This is in your 8th house. This would be a great time to take up a course in one of the healing arts. It's good for visualization and it's good for metaphysical or spiritual studies, and you can apply them then to your daily life. It's good for flashes of inspiration and divine thoughts and ideas that will come through. There's only one snag. Between the 26th and 29th there's a square from Venus and Neptune, so this could be a little bit of a difficult time. There could be a blockage that comes up that you need to overcome, or something that stops you from doing what you're going to do, but you've got time to overcome that and then work with these lovely energies. On the 26th there's our first eclipse of the year, and this is a total lunar eclipse in Sagittarius. Now this eclipse belongs to the Saros 5 North series, and it's renowned for bringing hunches, messages from the unconscious or through dreams or visions. And these hunches must be acted upon. This is important information for you. This eclipse is also conjunct the moon's nose. The sun conjunct the north node means that you'll be filled with energy and confidence, and you'll be compelled to align yourself with your destiny and your true path. The eclipse being in Sagittarius means it's one of freedom. It's maybe time to get on a quest for freedom and to learn and grow and expand. And in the 5th house it's about self-expression, having some fun, expressing yourself in some way, either through a love relationship or through with your children, or through creating something that is enjoyable and good to do. On the 29th, Mars makes a positive aspect to the Neptune Pallas conjunction we were speaking about in your 8th house. And Mars is in your 12th house. So this is not going to be a really energetic time, because Mars in the 12th house is muted slightly, the energy is calmed down quite a bit. But it's a time for great compassion. It's a time that you feel good about helping other people, and you can do lots of nice things, spiritual work, charity work. This is a time for involving yourself with other people and getting the reward from it. Then on the same day, Mercury is the 3rd planet to go retrograde. Mercury is in your 11th house and in Gemini, and the lesson of Mercury in the 11th house is to be very selective when you choose your friends. Be honest with yourself about what these people are going to bring to your life, and are they the right people for you. Thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you'd like to see more, please subscribe. If you'd like to leave me a comment, I'll be glad to hear from you.